All right, and if you're testing, just ignore me. But yesterday you guys retook. I already put those scores in, so where you're at right now is where you're at. There is still a little bit of ways you could try to improve it, but honestly, unless you're here for tutoring next week on Wednesday with me, then like you're gonna stay where you're at. So if it matters to you at all, be here Wednesday after school. I'll let you correct your more recent submission of unit 4, and hopefully that'll get your grade up some. But yeah, if you're not there, then I'll just assume you're fine with your grade. That's it. We do have 2 finals. We have a constructed response part, which you will take on Tuesday next week. And then we have a multiple choice part that you'll take on final exam day Thursday. I won't see you Friday because you'll have your 2nd, 4th, and 6th hour Friday. Okay, so constructed response Tuesday, multiple choice part Thursday. As far as finals go, there were 10% of your grade. I personally, like, being a student in this school district before, I never bank on the final bringing up my grade. Just never think that it'll bring up your grade. Just always assume it's gonna bring your grade down lower. So that way, when you go into it, you are, first of all, not that stressed. And second of all, you would have already before that tried to get your grade as high as it needs to be before you go and take your final. So then say like, I just want a C. I'm not gonna go into the final with the 70%, knowing that I have to get at least a 70% on the final to keep my C. I would go into it with like at least a 75%. So that way there's like a little bit of wiggle room in that case. All right, so just say, get your grades high as you possibly can before you take your final. For math especially, and you teaching this class for multiple years now, I never expect my students to pass the final. Just historically, they usually don't. Okay, I know it's hard to remember everything you did a whole semester's worth. We definitely teach you way more than you're being tested on that one little test. But that's why we give you reviews so that you can be in a better spot for it. So yeah, the multiple choice one, that's why we're only spending Wednesday going over review on it, because I don't ever expect that one to be a passing grade. There's usually a few kids that can pass it, but like, I just never expect it to be passed. This constructed response part, however, is a great opportunity to kind of like cushion that. We didn't have it before last year. And last year, the way that we did it, I actually saw some students' grades go up. So the constructed response final is kind of like your constructed response test. It looks a lot like what you have in front of you right now. And literally, when we made the review, we just changed the numbers, changed the situation a little bit, changed the picture. But that's what your final is going to look like. And the way that it works is there's 4 units that we did. You are at a minimum required to do your choice, and you have like choice 1 and choice 2 for each unit. You are required to do at least 1 choice for each unit. If you decide to completely skip a unit, then that's a -20. And I'll explain the points for a second, but like it'll hurt you if you decide I'm not going to do any from unit 3. You have to do at least 1 of the choices. Now the choice is up to you. Like if you look at your packet, like unit 1 is the whole first page, choice 1 is on the front, choice 2 is on the back. If you don't want to make a histogram or box plot, then you could take your chance with meeting, median, IQR on the back. All right, so you have to do at least 1 choice from each unit. But you could do both choices and get some extra credit in doing that. So the way that I grade it, it would be out of 40 points because of 4 units. And each choice is like a total of 10 points. So say that you did all the choices, got all of that right, you could get an 80 out of 40, which is a 200% on that part of the final. And that's where you see your grade go up a lot. Because now when you have a category that you are now scoring higher in that category, it like bleeds over, if that makes sense. So yeah, really great opportunity to get your grade up. Even if you're not 100% sure, just attempt them all. You're not gonna do anything else on that day anyway. Try all of them, but make sure you are at least doing one choice from each unit. All right, last year we did that, saw a lot of kids actually pass the final this time. So, highly recommend. You don't get extra credit on the multiple choice part. So, try your best on the multiple choice part, but even if you get 100% on that and a 200% on this part, when it averages together, that's like 150% for your final exam grade that you could at a maximum get. And that's assuming you got every single thing right. So, highly recommend. You have today and Monday to work on the packet in class and ask questions. You take it Tuesday. I'll share with you a little bit about the multiple choice final, but again, don't really recommend. So Tuesday's like normal school day. Thursday, Friday, you'll follow this schedule. And it's in the slides, if you can go look at it further. So on Thursday in this class, the last time I see you for this semester, you will take your multiple choice class. Make sure your Chromebook's charged, all the stuff. Make sure you bring your charger. On the multiple choice part only, are you allowed to have like a note card as a cheat sheet? You will still have to turn in that note card. So not like a super big one, just a 3x5 inch note card. Write whatever you want, whatever formula, nothing will be provided to you on final exam day. So like, here's a few examples, like you could write really small, you have a bunch of stuff on your note card, but then you turn in the note card at the end. Only for the multiple choice part. So, yeah. I'll record when we go over it, if anyone asks any questions. Here's your last reminder to make sure that you're turning in your binder check. And those are our last two assessments. Okay, so then get to it. Ask me questions as you go. But that's all. Oh, there's also like, if you're not sure about your grades or how to calculate it, you can type in final grade calculator. And lots of cool stuff in there that you could do. So like, say I just want to keep a C and I'm at a 70%. I want at least a 70%. My final is worth 10%. Calculate what I need on the final. I need to get a 70%. All right, say that you're failing. Say you have a 55 and you want to just pass. What do I need on the final? I need to get 105%. So you know what that person should probably do before the final? Try to get their grade higher, so that way they don't have to score that on the final. Does that make sense? There is some extra credit opportunity on the final, but you know, you still gotta be accurate too. All right, that's all for now.